Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my first breakdown of the charts for you guys. Officially taking my first few trades on this 100K FTMO challenge. Essentially, we're going to be analyzing how this beautiful setup here actually turned out to be a couple small losses and ultimately a break-even session for me. We're going to dive into the charts here a little bit, my analysis, what I was looking at, what I did right, what I did wrong, and give you guys a little bit of an insight for what's to come and how the market can move here moving forward. So let's get right into it. Looking at the daily time frame, previous daily, beautiful rejection from the 2770s here and a nice close above the 2810s. Ultimately looking for that wick fill and drive, which as you can see we did get. 4-hour time frame, previous 4-hour candle here. This is in our new daily candle, so I know that we don't have that bottom wick yet. Looking for that manipulation below and a close back. So any point in time, this candle here, London session, 11 p.m. my time, can flip and turn bearish. So knowing that, dropping down to the 1-hour time frame, as you can see, we failed to close above this zone at 28.12, 28.13, 14, 3 different times. Ultimately looking for this push and continuation. My first initial trade, and this is where things start to go a little sideways. New account, FTMO, I decided to go with what's called a swing account, meaning I can hold trades during news, hold over the weekend, no penalties. Not an account I typically go with. Typically, I use their general account, which has a leverage of 1 to 100, whereas the swing account has a leverage of 1 to 30. Either way, after diving down into the lower time frames, I was ready to make my first entry here. A flip and continuation from the 30-minute candle. Had my buy stop set here, and guess what? Did not enter. Not enough money, not enough leverage for the account. I wanted to enter a 5 lot. Unfortunately, the max I can do is about a 2.5 lot with this swing account. So in process to change back accounts to hopefully expedite this process if things go well. So unfortunately didn't get put in here, even though that was the intentional goal here. Gold drove about 60 pips, which would have been a beautiful win, beautiful setup. And then because I got a little emotional, missed my setup, I feel like that's been the MO all week, all last week. You have this beautifully trending market, gold, and ultimately not executing or being too patient or being impatient, and just been having a little bit of an emotional go. So ended up re-entering here after a very minor pullback. So got induced with this 5-minute closure, thinking we're going to continue right away up there. Didn't happen, as you can see, got stopped out with this minor loss. And re-entered down here, wicked out again, back-to-back small losses, and then finally re-entered about 28.15 at about just before the 1 a.m. closure. So keep in mind we hadn't had this 1-hour closure yet in our direction. So we just get this from 12 to 1. The 1 a.m. candle ended up pushing, so that's where patience comes into play. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a deeper pullback than I anticipated there, and got stopped out, but ultimately break even for the day. Unfortunately, trades like these, is what every trader prays for, these market conditions, and this would have been 1,500 pip win, 1,500 pip direction with a continuation runners for 400 pips, which is all you can ask for. Gold's been tremendously bullish lately, so essentially we're just looking for those pullback buys the whole time, those continuation moves, and see what we can get. So that's how I missed out on that trade. A little bit of technical problems, a little bit of emotion came into play, and then finally re-entered and stuck to the analysis and ended up getting break even for the day. So that's all you can ask for. Unfortunately as well, I did not wake up to that 5 a.m. alarm clock. Got up, turned it off, went back to bed. Trying to trade London session, which is anywhere from 10:30 p.m. to about 2 a.m. my time, and then again that 5 a.m. session New York Open. So trying to multitask both a little bit and not always disciplined enough to get up. Moving forward, looking at the market here, I had these little markups. Nice little support created at the 2840s. As you can see, gold is just pumping, just pushing. You got your nice rejection and a push immediately in this Asian session here at 6:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. So beautiful little retest and push. Ultimately, when we're dealing with higher highs, all-time highs, kind of a historic time right now. We've obviously never been here before. It's very tough to predict where we're going. I like to use psychological numbers, whole numbers, round numbers, 2850s, 2840s, 2845s, those type things. So my next predicted target is going to be your 2855 and your 2860. So that's how I like to mark the charts up in that regards. As you can see, we've wicked this 2850 area, closed at it, and we'll see how gold reacts from there. So I'll keep you guys updated. But that is officially my first few trades, giving you guys a breakdown. Swipe right, you can see the end results, how it turned out to be a break-even day, and hopefully we can be less emotional for the next day. So thanks so much. Cheers.